Howdy, howdy.
At least our shit works inside the house.
Yeah. Well, the stuff not connected to the internet, you mean?
Anything not connected to the internet, relatively speaking, here at Casa de la Montagne works.
Except for Senor Lamontagne, who's wigging the hell out.
What is wigging a proper word to use now?
Wiggin.
I feel assaulted.
From my word wiggin?
Wiggin.
Get over it. Learn to love it. Embrace it. Suck it up, buttercup.
Embrace the suck.
Don't wig out.
Hey guys, welcome to The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg.
Too late.
I am Greg.
He's
and
been
that
wigging
is
out.
Beth, who's trying to keep me from wigging out.
He's been wigging out for the last, I don't know.
15 minutes. No, it's been okay.
I'm gonna say
I
probably
thought-
like last
I literally
45
thought,
minutes.
if you guys can't see my shirt, I
can't really see.
named it.
Instead of being, I'm done with people. I'm done peopling. I'm
just
done
made
with
it-
Spectrum.
I just made it in my garage.
Can't see it because your
5 minutes
laptop
ago.
covers it. But
Anyway, sorry. So
you want me to take a picture of it?
there you go. I'm done with Spectrum. I can see it now.
You should hashtag Spectrum it when you put it. I should take a picture. You should put it on the Bar is Open website and hashtag Spectrum
They
it.
don't care.
Well, because everybody probably says they suck.
I
They're
told the
used to it.
tech that was out here earlier. I was like, dude, I talk shit about Spectrum all the time.
Honey, you want those people to help
It's
us.
not the technicians.
No, I know, but
those folks are awesome.
when you tell people the company they work for sucks, they're probably like, well, I'm not going to take care of you.
Most folks know the company we work for. We're not going to post that out there. But when I'm on like websites and stuff like that and people are talking trash about it, it is what it is. Everybody has their own experience.
See, and I get fired up. You want my help? You get more honey. You get more bees with honey.
Yeah. And I'll help you.
So you better be sweet.
But it is what it is. It's like everybody has their own experience.
What did he say when you said I talk shit about Spectrum all the time? When he was like, yeah, exactly. See?
I understand. I dropped my head too. It's an
I
embarrassment.
know, but
that just means like,
there's no pride of ownership when you do that. God, I can't take you anywhere. You're dirty. Your
had to
sleeves
put
all
my-
rolled up.
God damn it.
Can't take you anywhere. I like you did.
We're almost like twinsies though. We're wearing the
Navy blues.
navy blues.
Twinning.
I've got the navy blues today. So my goddamn
Stupid.
internet. I'm just tired of talking about the internet. I swear.
Well, how about this?
Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
How about you not talk about it to me either after the show or while it's being fixed? That is a true thought right there. Don't talk about it. Period. They're coming out. They're not coming out tomorrow morning anymore because they came out this evening, and they're putting in a new ticket for the maintenance people to come and try something else because we have done everything at this location that we
humanly
can
possible.
Do. Tonight they changed out the
main line.
The main line.
There's something.
And it did
else.
nothing.
It's Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Remember I was telling it like a few weeks ago. Ian and I were out front talking about.
No, because you guys
Godzilla.
are always out front talking, so I tend not to pay attention.
Jesus Christ. This is what I have to deal with on a regular basis. I'm going to cry.
I come out and I listen to you guys for 2 minutes. I'm like, cool, peace out. And then I have no idea what you even said. Ian, most of the time I do pay attention to because he's fun. Funny.
I hit the good gravy button. I don't know if it
gravy.
works. I don't know if it works. Cheers, motherfucker.
Cheers.
I don't know what to say. What else to say?
You can't bitch about Spectrum anymore, so you have nothing else
one of my
to say.
favorite, it would literally be right before we went on live, I said, one of my favorite parts about doing this show, and I love talking to you, is going live and be able to talk to people. And we are streaming, like once we get everything figured out, and everything is figured out, we'll be streaming live straight to Facebook and YouTube at the same time, which is awesome. And we tried that last week
We did it, but it just didn't.
It was just really glitchy
and spotty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so we're working really hard. I promise you, we're working hard to make it a great show for everybody. So in the meantime, you can check it out on YouTube. I'll upload it tonight, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, because last time you tried to upload it, it took 48 hours.
Yeah. But you can check it out
speed.
on iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean as well. And then we post like the photos that I put out to the show to give a little bit of background for those folks that aren't watching live or watching on those channels, the YouTube and the Facebook eventually. You can check it out, the photos and everything out on our Instagram and our Facebook at The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. So it's cool. We try and have fun out there and do some fun shit. So you know what? We'll just keep working through it. It's kind of, I think this is why they say it takes like 100 episodes. But you know what?
What?
It takes 100 episodes to get good at doing a podcast. I think we're okay with the podcast.
I think we're okay with the podcast. We're just struggling with the limited technology
right?
that we have in our geographical location.
Right. So we're moving to fucking Austin like next week.
Yeah, probably not. I refuse to live in Austin.
Why?
It's fucking
we can work
expensive.
from home.
It's fucking expensive, and there are too many hippies out there.
Dude. Okay, so sidetrack. You know, so we lived in Phoenix. If you don't know who we are, we lived in Phoenix for quite a while. And we lived there off and on twice. So we lived there twice.
Right.
And we lived in our last house. And this is kind of a funny thing. So if you've ever bought and sold houses and you've been on Redfin or something like that, and you check out the price of your house on it.
Right.
It was funny. So I got an update from our house in Phoenix. How much do you think that thing is worth? It was an 1,800 square foot house.
If you tell me it's worth $400,000, I'm gonna.
It did have a pool in the backyard.
It does. I miss my pool so much.
Had a pool in the backyard.
You tell me it's $400,000, I'm gonna vomit right here on live TV. So don't tell me that.
It was $390.
Oh, how much do we? And we sold it for
318,
309,
317 or
310,
something like that.
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, here's the
It's
problem.
the market.
What's
It's
what's
up and
this
down.
one though worth? This
I
one's
don't know.
worth more than we paid for as well.
Yeah,
because I
I mean,
remember seeing the
houses
thing
appreciate, but-
on the
But
insurance.
this house is like 1,000 square feet bigger.
bigger.
Than
I know, but it's more.
Not
the
bragging
housing,
or anything, it's just-
the housing
it's
market
incredible.
is more expensive in Phoenix, even
Yeah.
though it shouldn't be.
Yeah, we moved here
And the
we're like,
housing
holy
market
shit.
for here is more expensive than it should be as well because we're back to those bidding wars.
Right.
Which you know what's going to happen next, right?
Bubble.
Because people are starting to get approved for way more than they can afford.
Right.
So it's like,
Although when we were selling that house,
Yeah.
remember, like it got appraised for more than we actually
Right.
sold it for.
Right.
So I think the bank was
it got
still being
appraised for
kind
more
of
than the
safe
banks
then.
that it was worth. So,
Right.
but the banks are going up now because they have to in order to give people these loans.
Right. It's kind of interesting, right?
Because even here, somebody was telling me, our neighbors were saying that they were looking for a house. They've decided to wait, but they were looking for a house. And they said they literally would put an offer on the house and there'd already be 3 or 4 ahead of them,
and again,
progressively
the
going
cash.
up. Right. Cash offers, because we got
yeah.
people moving from all over the nation to Texas,
Yeah.
selling their house in California for $1 million, going, 300,000 is chump change, biatch.
Yeah. When we moved
I'm
here,
going to give you 400,000 just because I can afford
honestly,
to.
when we moved here, I was like, holy shit, we're going to get. It was too big. It's house.
Too big for us.
Not anymore. We're growing into it. We're just
No, we're not. No,
all
we're not.
all
We're just getting
doing
more
is
clutter
collecting
shit.
more shit.
Yes, we're not
right?
growing in. It's not like we're going to pop out babies.
Nope,
Not going to happen.
no babies happening.
That's the only way you can grow into a house, honey. Otherwise, you're now a
Porn
hoarder.
room 1, porn room 2, porn room. Now we don't do porn at this location.
No.
Or at all. We don't do porn
I
at
was
all.
like, wait, how am I going to answer that? I don't do porn, period.
I don't know. It's just kind of, it was
Well,
an
what's
interesting
funny is
thing that
because
popped up.
we were cracking up, so we got our AC serviced, right?
Yeah.
And they had service contracts that you could do. Of course, the longer you do the
Like
agreement,
1, 2, 3, they
right? The longer you do the
rate.
agreement, the less
Cheaper it
expensive
was,
it is.
right.
Yeah. And we were at first looking at the 3-year, and I'm like, I don't know, dude. The longest we've ever owned a home
It's 5
is
years.
5 years. We're coming up on 3 this summer. So what happens if we move in another 2 years? And you were like, are we going to move? I was like, I don't know. Are we going to move? I think our friends in Phoenix would say, hell yeah, come home to Phoenix.
Well, I
But
think, I don't know that I'd go back to Phoenix. I don't know.
you wouldn't? I would. I'd go back to Phoenix.
I mean, I love Phoenix. Obviously, I've lived
Where would
there
you-
for 20 years.
Where would you want to
But
go?
at this point,
I'm
it's
not
like-
going anywhere cold.
Why not like Tampa?
Because they
not
have
California, because California's out of the fucking.
Yeah, and
that's out of the running.
everything
at
I keep every week on the news this week, there is somebody beating up somebody in California. First, it was that fucking Uber driver with those 3 chicks. And then last night, it was a 50-year-old man got beat up by 3 15-year-old kids.
So my thought, no, I agree.
Fucking
I agree.
California.
No, our old school 30-year plan was
Which I think
absolutely
we shared that
Southern
before.
California.
Yeah, it was Southern California.
Right. But now,
Open up a
I don't know.
business.
I mean, I'm like, Florida's pretty good.
Well, they have alligators, though.
I don't give a shit.
You will when our dog gets taken under the water or you lose a foot kayaking.
I I don't fucking know. Moved to Montana.
I've been watching a lot of hurricanes.
I've been watching a lot of Yellowstone lately.
Montana is freezing.
I've been watching a lot of Yellowstone lately.
Yeah, you're not going to have anything. You're not going to have anything near that ranch. So scale it down about 100%.
Like all I need is. So I already have the white hat,
right?
Whatever you
call.
You
need a felt hat.
What do you call them?
Straw hat?
Just like a straw hat, cowboy hat. I just need the black one. That's all I need.
If you don't know what they're called, you're not allowed to get a black felt hat.
Need somebody to give me horseback riding lessons. Fuck.
It's not that hard.
It's not?
No.
I remember I almost died
on
one
as a
time.
kid. It's been probably 3 decades. But
Let's get into this goddamn show. What do you think?
We are into it.
Is this the show?
This is the show.
Awesome. Hey guys, we appreciate you tuning in. I know we're working through some shit, some marital issues sometimes.
No, not marital issues. Insanity.
Kind of marital
murderous
issues.
Yeah.
Just Greg.
Just not marital though. I still love you. I'm gonna kill you.
Oh. Well, that's good. I feel better about this whole thing altogether then. Fucking rad. Hey, big story of the day. Texas is open. Effective today. So
a lot of places are still requesting masks, but everything is back to 100%.
Yep.
So businesses
can go to 100%.
Right. So before it was 50% inside, and I don't know if it was like some places were 100% outside as long as maybe I shouldn't say they were 75% outside because they still had the social distance tables, but now everything is back to 100%. I have a feeling that I wonder if restaurants will still require you or request that you wear a mask coming in.
Interesting story. So I ran over to the store, grabbed some beers real quick right before the show, maybe an hour and a half ago, grabbed some beers. And I could kill this real quick. Caveman, hey, that's how I feel when my internet's not working. So just so you guys know, it's a general feeling. But no, I ran over to the convenience store and I asked him. So I had my mask in my hand, and we live in a you go out a mile that way,
limits, and
it gets small town. It's pretty quick. It gets small town.
Right.
So I asked the girl there, I was like, are we still doing these things?
Is it the small one? On the corner?
The little one.
Yeah, okay.
It's an Arco, but it's a privately owned.
Right. It's
Arco
locally
gas
owned.
Station.
Right.
And she said, yeah, we're still doing them. And it's based on the owner's discretion. And that's totally fine. Hey, dude, you want to fucking do that? And you think that's going to keep your employees
I think a lot of businesses are still going to ask you to do it.
So that's fine. But she even said, she goes, even today, I've already had a couple of people come in and say, well, you've lost my business forever. And I'm like, well, there's a gas station right there. And she goes, we're open till 10 o'clock at night.
We're not. We've got our clientele that are going to stay.
Plenty of business.
You don't ever go to the other one unless this one's closed.
Unless this one's closed. Yeah. And you know what? I mean, it's like, I support them. They're locally owned business. Like in our,
the one across the street is like a 7-Eleven or something where it's a corporation.
Like that, right? But even like our McDonald's right around the corner is a locally owned franchise.
The Lotus Country Store is locally owned.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like you're still supporting people that live in the community by still going there. So do I feel bad about having to fucking wear a mask? No. I don't care.
Would I prefer not to?
Fuck
absolutely.
Yeah. That's why I walked in first thing.
But I'm not going to be stubborn about it and be like, screw you, you're going to lose my business. Actually, I'm only just cutting off my nose to spite my face because if I go into my favorite restaurant, excuse me, I'm sorry, and they say, we need you to wear your mask, am I really going to say, well, you just lost my business? Because the only person sucking is me because now I don't get to go to my favorite restaurant.
Right. So it will eventually, I really have a feeling it's going to eventually just chill out.
I think so too. And the more people
I was talking to Ian across from my neighbor, Ian, from across the street, he was telling me that what's the bar we like to go to down the road? Hills and Dales?
Oh, Hills and Dales.
Hills and Dales is saying we're open 100%, no masks required.
Well, that's where I'm going to be going.
And they literally came out and said, look, if you don't...
He is a long-time owner who is a good old boy.
And he said, if you're not comfortable, then go somewhere else. That's fine. It's your decision.
Or you can wear the mask if you want to, but we're not going to require you to wear a mask.
That's really what it comes down to, right?
If you want to come here and we have a no mask policy and you want a mask, we're not going to tell you can't wear your mask, but we're not going to enforce because you want us to wear
it comes back to, we've talked to this kind of like kind of lightly touched on this a few times, is it's up to what it does is it gives the businesses more control.
Right.
and then it allows them to open up,
Right.
get some more revenue coming in.
Right.
That's why I think it literally took like when Abbott announced it last week or whatever.
A week and a half ago.
I think it just took the week to.
It allowed people to staff up.
They had to staff up, right?
Especially like restaurants and bars.
You and you have to buy all the supplies and all your foods and all.
Which
the
is hard to
beer.
get any. Well, I think life is finally started. You found Diet Cokes. Woohoo!
Yeah.
No baby
Weird.
small Diet Cokes. Doritos. Oh, good gravy. Who would think you couldn't get the fucking Doritos? But I couldn't get my nacho Doritos. So he bought me the generic HEB.
They weren't bad.
And while they weren't bad, they were not the Dorito
They weren't as
flavor.
nacho
They were just not
cheesy.
as nacho-y.
Yep.
Aye.
Anyway. So again, I have never. So
okay. So the repair guys, they all had masks on, huh?
Yeah, absolutely, and they're going to be required to,
Right.
guaranteed.
Because you're going into people's homes.
Yeah, I mean, and that's fine. You know what I mean? But we've had AC guy here. We've had
Spectrum.
internet dudes.
We've had
here.
internet dude here like
every
5 times.
week.
Well, no, I'm going to say like every 3 days we've had it.
Yeah, it
if you
feels
include
like
the
it.
weekend,
You know,
every 3 days we've had somebody here.
just people doing repairs.
Right.
Garage had to get fixed. Like different shits had to happen.
Garage? Whose garage?
Our garage, like the lights and everything else.
That was a while ago though.
And will it really? No.
I wonder if he would now though still because he doesn't represent a company. He represents himself.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to go see
Wash
a
your
tax guy. Hey,
your
tax season's come up. Get your shit together.
Texas has until June. We're going to knock it out now though.
Again.
Dude, if I could just figure out how to email my W-2 to myself. We'd be all set.
That's first world problems. So
Oh, said the man who's been complaining about the internet.
it's upload speed.
Incessantly.
I'll cut my download speed by half.
If it'll raise your
Fine.
upload.
Raise my upload speed. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go Google that shit. I don't know what.
Don't bother.
So, have you ever met anybody famous? Like legit? Have we ever talked about this on the show?
We saw Paul Walker in Colorado Springs.
But did you meet him?
Well, he did stop and stare at me. So
Oh, he did. He was checking out your boobs, probably.
Remember, I was taking a picture and he literally
Downtown
was,
Colorado Springs. They do the Pikes Peak Hill climb.
He was being
He was like the
basically
ambassador?
mobbed.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
being mobbed by a gaggle of girls.
Yeah.
And I just walked over and I was looking at him and he looked right at me and I was like, oh, perfect. And I was like, thanks.
We have that photo on a
Yep.
phone somewhere.
I think I also have it on
in the
Facebook.
internet. That was awesome.
I think that's probably the closest I've come to meeting somebody famous.
So the funny part about this, and the reason I bring this up, is do you know who this guy is? And I sent you the picture.
looking.
It's the dude with the skateboard in his hand.
Hold on.
Because the funny part about this,
I do in a picture.
okay,
If I was walking down the street, probably not.
So who
I
is
might
it?
see him. It's Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
right?
I might see him and be like, hey, have I met that dude before?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you meet people and they're famous, but you feel like you know them, but you don't really know them. You just know their face.
Yeah.
I would maybe, but I don't. And if I had you with me, definitely. But if it was just me, probably not.
So this is a funny story because Tony Hawk, and if you look over,
and it's
my
not because he's
shoulder,
not attractive.
Right here is Tony Hawk's signature on this skateboarding poster. Tony Hawk's signature. So I grew up skateboarding my entire life, right? And Tony Hawk has continued to skateboard. I had to stop when I was probably like 33 because I kept killing myself or nearly killing myself. And Beth said, "Yeah,
No
it's
more.
time." And
more.
I still push around, but I don't. I don't do shit because I'll die.
Not even kidding. Nope.
Yeah, there were a few episodes of like separating my knee, smashing my skull, whatever. But I was trying to have it. I was living my glory days.
You were having fun.
In
I
my
wasn't.
mid-30s, and it didn't work out so well. But nonetheless, so long story short about Tony Hawk is he goes around and people are always like, you look like that guy, that skater. And he's like, that's weird. Right? He's, that Tony Hawk guy. And he's, okay, cool. But he never says, I'm Tony Hawk. Right? And they're like, I wonder what Tony Hawk is doing. He's like, this.
I'm right here, dude.
And like those types of things, those types of comments. So there was another one that kind of popped up. And I think I just thought it was funny because literally he's at a skate park with some kids and he just rolls up there and he's like, hey,
Those kids are
kid at a
12,
skate
13.
park. As I arrive, you a good skater? Me, sometimes. You ever been here? No. You travel a lot? Yes, perhaps too much. Are you a YouTuber? No. I'm just a skater and a dad. Dad, you want to see me jump?
The kid says, want to see me jump?
Yeah. Him want to see me do a jump? Absolutely. And then I shot this pic, right? The next episode, the next tweet below is, hey, my name's Tony. What's your name? And he goes, oh, like Tony Hawk? And he's like, yeah, kind of. Right? And it's just funny as shit.
So here's the thing. So I know you and I had a little bit of a conversation on this. When I think of Tony Hawk, I do not think of him as a celebrity. And I said, he's not in movies. And you're like, he's in movies. I'm like, apparently no mainstream movies because I've never seen him in a movie.
So I'll go back to the original picture on this. It's one of those things that if you're in it, it's called action sports, right? If you're involved or you're interested in it at all. It's like, do you know who Travis Pastrana is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what he looks like. I just know he flipped a card. Some miraculous thing that nobody's ever done before. And he jumped over something.
He did a double backflip on a motorcycle was like one of the first things he's...
Yeah, but he's done more than that.
He's done he's Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
But
didn't
only
he jump
better.
over some buses or something?
He's done it all. He recreated like a shit ton of Evil Knievel stuff.
If you said pick him out of a lineup, I'd be
so
like...
Tony Hawk to me is like that icon, right? It's like I grew up with him. This poster is from 1987. Right. Most of the kids that don't know who he is at a skate park
are younger. So, but here's the thing. But that's what I was saying. So like, he's not your typical celebrity. You have to have,
there's got to be something about it, right?
You've had to have had an attraction to somehow know him well enough to be able to.
So this is the thing. So name like a famous model, like a famous, what the fuck?
Brooke Shields.
Cindy Crawford. Cindy Crawford, right? Why do you know them?
Because they're beautiful.
But no, why?
Because they wore clothes and they modeled stuff that I wanted.
What? Print magazines.
Well, even today, there's
But they were in print. Like I got Thrasher skateboards and Trans World skateboards and all magazines.
The world is different. You still get your magazines. You just get them online. Like with my Kindle and my Kindle Unlimited, I could get some magazines.
But you know about. So how many younger kids know about like?
Oh, I guarantee you, younger kids know about magazines online.
No, not magazines. Oh. Those particular models.
It depends. I feel like if they are iconic enough that Brooke Shields. I mean, she did the Calvin Klein Instagram. Jeans, or she did some jean commercial.
On the Insta.
Fair Fawcett, probably no, because she's passed away.
She's a fucking psycho.
But today everybody's a model. So what's the chick that she's Hispanic?
No, that's not her.
She's Hispanic. She dated Justin Bieber. What was her name?
Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields has 1.2 million followers.
Right.
That's nothing.
No, but that's...
You want to know who has a shit ton of followers? Let's look up Kim
Kardashian. Ugh.
She's got 209.
She also has a show. She's on TV.
Followers. Brooke Shields, an hour day. Whoa. Kim Kardashian wouldn't even fucking light a candle next to her. No way.
Well, she's not ugly. She's not.
I'm not saying it's just a different thing, right? Social media has drawn that.
Right. But there's still like, there are people that like if I saw Scarlett Johansson, who I've never seen in a magazine, I've seen her in movies, multiple movies, I would be like, hey, there's Scarlett Johansson.
She's a movie star.
Right. Well, you said Tony Hawk's been in movies.
He has. Who's in The New Guy? Fucking Ross Patterson.
I don't know what The New Guy is.
We're getting a divorce.
Okay, bye. I get the house and the internet.
And the internet. Oh, you can keep that shit. I mean, at the local Motel 8 with my goddamn 42.
The minute you move out is the minute they're going to fix it. They're like, bitch, your husband gone. We're going to take care of you now. He just complained.
Strike Force 1 coming in here.
Strike Force
1. That's me launching missiles at my wife.
That stupid.
It's my day. I'm telling you. It's my week. It's only it's hump day and I'm
all day today. I thought it was Thursday. And I said something in one of my meetings. I'm like, well, when we meet tomorrow, they're like, we don't meet tomorrow. We meet on Friday. I'm like, tomorrow. Ah, damn
Son
it.
of a bitch.
It's only Wednesday.
But no, okay. So we can kind of push forward past this, right?
Yeah. So I think that there are different things that make people a celebrity.
Famous, right?
He is.
So this kind of gets into the whole Harry and Meghan conversation, right? So Harry and Meghan, the Royal PITAs. If you don't know what PITA is, what is
Pain in the ass.
Right. So Harry, that guy was a military dude, did a shit ton of cool shit. He was a TAC P and worked his ass off.
He's no longer able to do that because he's not part of the royal family.
Well, no. They pulled him off frontline stuff because
he was
they
still
were worried.
royal, but
this is a long time ago. So
I know,
he's
but
a good guy.
I read something that he's not allowed to.
Nope.
Like he lost that privilege, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah.
So what happened? What happened was.
What happened was.
God damn it, we did that again. So I'm gonna I've brought beer for the occasion. You want one?
No, thank you.
Okay, just making sure. But no, so okay. Number one, if they ever fucking try and pull the we're poor, we don't have the money, we're living.
They're never gonna pour.
We're living off my
They're
mom's
stupid.
money.
They're not that stupid.
They just got a $25 million Spotify podcast deal. We do this shit for free.
We don't
$25 million. Maybe we're not interesting at all. Probably not. But I guarantee we're probably more fucking interesting than them because really,
well, I think she's 100% fake. That is the vibe I get
crazy
from her.
Bitch gonna talk about.
She is so nice and sweet in front of the camera. She's probably a raging
psychopath. Psychopath? Is that?
I was gonna say a raging, moody bitch. That's how I see her.
Hey,
she cries about everything.
So I literally wrote this down. I need to go to the notes because it was too much to fucking. I need to go to the notes.
Well, when you go to the notes, I will say that.
So this is really what I wrote down. So I was because I was thinking through this shit, right? And
we had him thinking we're in trouble.
It's like, okay, how do you feel bad for some elite person, and I mean elite by being like
upper crust,
like an ultra
upper
wealthy.
Crust.
Like you and I have worked our asses off.
But we're nowhere near wealthy.
No. We do well.
Yeah.
Right. For you and I.
Right.
But we don't have kids.
I was gonna say it's because we don't have kids.
all of these other stresses.
We're not having to save for
like colleges and
funds
fucking do all those things. Right. So when you think about that, how in the fuck do you get somebody? How can you go on TV in front of Oprah, right?
Do you know how many people watch that interview?
16 or 17 million.
17 million people.
So, which is still fucking, who gives a shit?
And then they cried because they took their, keep going and then I'll talk to you.
So how do these people go online or go in front of somebody and they're getting paid bank? If Oprah's a fucking billionaire. No. Oprah has interviewed everybody on the goddamn planet, right? Hands down, everybody. How do you go on there and start spouting that your life was too difficult in the royal house, right? You knew what you were getting into, and there's all sorts of speculation.
And it's not like they lived there and they were there all the time. They
had their own manner.
They were
and
rarely
stuff like that.
there.
But okay, so there's a couple of things that I'll bring up here in a second. But what it does is it gets the average person like, fuck you kind of mentality.
Well, here's the thing though. No, because they have everybody fucking snowed. People are in love with them for some reason.
I understand this, but I
don't understand why. Get a life. Get a life.
Is it everybody?
No.
Or is it like...
I would say there's probably a fourth of the population is like, go fuck yourself.
No, I would say it's probably like 3/4 of the population are like, go fuck yourself.
I don't think so.
And
because people live for this shit.
No, it's the Twitterazzi people that are fucking out there going, no, and it's just making a big stink.
Well, so apparently...
Evidently, Prince Charles or somebody, it's speculation.
No, it's none of the royal family.
No, but he never called out his dad, or unless he's updated that comment.
What do you mean called out his dad?
Prince Charles.
Called him out for what?
About the baby being black or not.
No, it was somebody. It doesn't say it was Prince Charles. It just says...
They never called anything out.
They never called anyone out. But later on, they did come out and say it was never a member of the royal family.
So I have a really good friend that came out and... come out and whatever, but she she made it, and you know her, she was one of my old bosses, and she made a really good point.
Who?
I can't say on the show, but she made a really good point. You just think back to my underwriting bosses, one of my favorite people on the planet.
I got it.
She came out and said, you know what, like in the Latino lifestyle, whatever, and her husband happens to be white, just like I'm white, you're Latino. Latina. Thank you.
But I don't even go with that.
But if we had a child,
right?
Like there is a chance that our child could be
super white,
super dark.
Because you are quite,
Like, my
you have
skin
olive
tone-
skin. You just don't, you have a little bit, yours is blue or well, yours is yellow
Blue?
and mine is blue. Yeah, your undertones.
Oh.
But you have dark hair, dark eyes.
But
I mean,
it was
our
an interesting
kid.
thing that she had said, and she said, but it's kind of one of those things that, like, her and her friends and her family are like, oh, I wonder if he's gonna get the husband's
Blue eyes
like or like skin tone,
excuse me.
or I wonder if he's gonna get your skin tones because you happen to have a darker complexion, or even deeper down in your
And
family.
then you have to wonder what they said and how sensitive they were. So did they say, so do you think your kid's going to come out light skinned or dark skinned, dark hair or light? And they were like, oh, you just wanted to know if my kid was going to be dark skinned. I mean, they could
So this
be
is the thing to this, right?
They could be over exaggerating because they want the pity party.
That's it. That's the
They
fucking thing.
want people to be like, oh, I'm so sorry.
That was the thing. So it comes down to, like, we had talked about it, and then, like, I would never give a shit. Like, my best friend is married to a Colombian woman.
Right.
Their babies are beautiful. They have twins, and they are beautiful children. They are not white.
No.
They have a, I mean,
They
they're
look Hispanic.
50-50 or
They
whatever,
look Hispanic.
right? So they're half, I don't know what the fuck
They're
color
half
is, but
white.
yeah, whatever he is.
They're half
Irish,
New England
French,
white,
whatever.
New England white.
and then Colombian.
And
they happen to be dark skinned, but they are the most beautiful babies you've ever seen. And they're twins, and they were blessed with twins. And it was one of those things that, like, I've never thought about shit like that. Like,
well, here's
because
the
it's
thing.
kind of a fun.
They're crying. So they made this decision, right? They decided to pull out because it was too stressful.
They didn't pull out.
She even says, like, at one point, she says that, what did she say? The royal family, that they were so mean to her and so unwelcoming to her, maybe just because she's a bitch and it had nothing to do with her skin tone, but
Perhaps.
that she contemplated committing suicide. Okay, that's on you.
All right. So, hey,
That's not
step
on the-
back. And, hey, if she was that stressed out about it, you got to give her that. So that's the one range you got to give her. If she was like, you can never talk shit about somebody if they say something like, and I will support that 100%.
But do we really know if she was ever that way?
Doesn't matter.
Or if she's making
Gotta give her that. You can't.
You can say that. I don't got to give her that.
You got to give her that. Right. The reason being is that you can't.
I can't assume it's right or wrong, but
When you talk about
okay,
suicide,
fine. I'll
and
give her
things like
that. Was it as bad as she said, though?
That's the question.
And then they get angry because when they decided to give up their royal status, they had to give up the security that came with it because that's reserved.
And now they're
for,
living at his fuck's
you're fucking,
mansion.
You're fucking rich, so hire your own security if they're
Oh
that
no, they were
worried.
living off Princess Diana's wealth that he inherited.
Yeah, but
And they were staying at Tyler Perry's house, one of his mansions, and Tyler Perry was giving him giving them security.
I didn't know that. But they're bitching about them taking away the security because they're no longer. That's
You're
like,
no longer a fucking
that's
royal.
like saying I quit my job, but I still want you to pay me PTO. No, you no longer work here. You get none of the benefits.
Hey, I want the security team at the office that protected me when I was at the office
to come to my house.
To
or
my
come
house.
out with me.
Right. No, buy a fucking
Do
pistol.
what everybody else does.
He is trained.
Do what everybody else does who is popular and worried about that shit. Hire your own security team. Don't bitch about them taking it away from you.
So the other things that I was thinking.
They did finally come out, and because at first people, so a couple things. They were giving the family a hard time because they never came out and said anything.
Have they come out and made a statement yet?
They said there was an issue by
This
the
is
Buckingham
gonna be
Palace
all over
on
the
behalf
Inquirer.
of Her Majesty, the Queen, in its entirety. It reads, the whole family is saddened to learn the full extent of how challenging the last few years have been for Harry and Meghan.
Get fucked.
The issues raised, particularly that of race, are concerning. While some recollections may vary, I like how that's very politically correct to say he said, she said, or she said, they are taken very seriously and will be addressed by the family privately. Henry and Meghan and Archie will always be much loved by family members. Here's the crazy thing, though. It's not in this article. I was trying to find it very quickly and I couldn't find it. But I saw somewhere that, like, countries are threatening to cut off ties.
Oh, you said like Austria or Australia.
It was Australia or
like
Austria because they started with an A. I remember that. Are threatening to cut off ties.
Australia, by the way, is where Britain used to send all the fucking prisoners.
Well, maybe then it's probably Australia who still interacts with the monarchy.
Get rid of them.
Right. That associates with the
monarchy.
Yes, thank you. That are threatening to cut now those ties. I'm like, get the fuck over it. Really? You need them more than they need you. Period. But what's his name? Quit his job because
Piers Morgan.
Yeah, because
he walked off stage off camera
because somebody
and that
gave him a hard time about his opinion.
That guy, no, he came out hard against her and said
it's his opinion, though.
So one
right?
of the things is, again, if you agree or disagree, I don't give a shit. Like you do, you.
Right.
But one of the things that he came out and said is, your ring stuck on your finger there?
No,
a little swole.
I'm a little swole.
Need some more water.
Apparently.
But he said he's like, you married into the.
You knew what you were doing when you married into it. And you've seen everybody else go through this cycle
like
and
Kate,
how difficult
like
it can be. Well, everybody loved Kate because Kate kept her mouth shut.
But she still waited like months and months and months and months to say yes.
Right.
Even after he proposed, kind of thing. Like there was all of this shit because, she was weighing on it.
Well, they broke up for a little while because she was so concerned about it. But
this chick, she says
he is.
There's all sorts of speculation. It's like, did she know that? So she says, I didn't even know who Harry was. I'm like, why do you have a British accent?
Did she say it like that?
No, I don't think so, but I'm just saying, right? You know, I
didn't even know who he was
accent.
When she met him and started
she had
flirting
no
with
idea
him?
who the royal family was.
Bullshit.
And you're like, eat shit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Everybody on the planet
knows. Everybody knows.
37 years old. I remember I'm 44, so she's only a few years younger than me. I know exactly where I was when Princess Diana died.
When you saw him, you've seen him grow up in the media.
That little
his whole
ginger
entire
bitch.
life.
He's not a ginger bitch. That little big ginger.
He turned out pretty
bigger than me.
He turned out pretty damn good looking. Like I used to think the older brother was hot, and now he's losing his hair. And Henry's like,
we're losing fans left and right talking shit about
got
Harry.
The laugh now, bitch. Yeah. Well, I'm not afraid to say I'm not fans. I don't like her.
Just keep in mind, like there's always two sides to the story.
Absolutely.
Man.
And am I just in not liking her? Probably not. But I'm going off of my gut feeling of what I see.
So So there's this weird thing that Beth can do.
What?
Is you have this weird judge of character thing. And I remember when I was dating this weird Rachel girl a long time ago, and she was like, that girl's batshit crazy. And I was like, nah, it's okay. I'm fine. And
I also did it with one of your friends' wives. I was like, she's not good.
My best friend, another one of my, I've got like 5 best friends in my life. And
ended up coming to fruition.
Yeah.
And
called that one.
Yep. I've done it like 3 or 4 times. When I meet people, I just get this vibe.
Psychic.
I'm not psychic. I can read people's
You're like
aura.
a dating psycho.
No, I can't read people's aura. I can just, I'm very, I don't know why I'm really good about when I meet somebody.
You can read people's chakras.
And I say it every time. Yep. Don't like them. Nope. You're not going to change my mind. There's something about them that just rubs me the wrong way. And a few instances I have been fucking spot on that you're like, damn, babe, I'm just going to trust you from now on.
I don't know. So,
anyways, I think we've spent enough time on that.
It's just kind of like kind of like weird that you do that. You know, people
the
come
things
out.
that it's impacting, like Pierce.
So I'll go back to like
Pierce Bronson.
Just the original question of ever meet anybody famous, and then what is it that drives somebody to be famous, right? So she was an actress, and
she was in like 3 things. No, she was in more than that. She was in that series
for 6 or 8 years or whatever.
She was in one Hallmark movie, but that's all I've ever
there's
seen.
Those sorts of things, and is it that people drive to keep themselves in the spotlight so much?
I think so.
So that they
thrive
willing
on
to
it.
do whatever.
They thrive on it, and they need it.
So my last kind
and
of
hopefully I'm totally wrong, and she does great things for this world.
Fuck. Yeah, dude, if she can pull off a goddamn Princess Diana without having the backing of the royal court and all that,
I don't.
Good.
Yeah.
Because go out and listen to their podcast. See how interesting that fucking thing is.
Have you listened to one
Because I guarantee they're not going to drop an F-bomb.
They've got a little more class than us.
That was more Irish.
No.
More class than us.
Irish would be like this. I don't know. I can't do it.
It was pretty good, though. Whatever that was.
That was Irish. That was Irish.
Dad's taking acting classes down at the community college.
No, just from reading my books. I pretend I practice what the character would sound like from England or Ireland or New York.
I've got a fun story about books here in a minute. But so the last thing is just it's just interesting that people are.
I just hope they go away
see
now.
This happening during a pandemic, and if you're trying to tug on the fucking heartstrings of people during a pandemic, get fucked, right? I mean, it really comes down to that.
Your life is not rough.
No.
That's what I'm going to boil it down to. Your life is not rough.
Fucking food and water.
No, your life is not rough. So they didn't like you. My first husband's family wasn't crazy about me. We just didn't go visit. We went once at Christmas. Hey, peace out.
You didn't like my dad the first time you met him.
I didn't like your dad.
He was an asshole.
He was an asshole.
I don't know why.
He's just being cocky. He's just being your dad. You're just used to it. And for me, I was such a culture shock because we're so friendly from Texas.
But it was awesome.
He's a masshole.
He's not a masshole. He's from New Hampshire. He's not the same.
Okay, fine. He's a New Hampshire
He's just an asshole.
He's just what
and I love my dad.
And what were you going to say? You were proud of me because why?
You just gave it to him. You're like, hey, Eric, eat shit. You can call your son too. It was awesome. Like walking out of that. I'll never forget that day walking out of the Chinese buffet.
Restaurant. Nobody can insult my man but me. Damn it.
You can call me, you know. You know what, Eric?
No, what I said to him, I go, hey, I didn't know your cell phone didn't have dial out buttons. And he just looked at me. I was like, bring it, bitch. Bring it.
I'll fight you in the parking lot.
I'll word you to death.
Northampton, New Hampshire. None of you motherfuckers know where that's at. Northampton, New Hampshire. She didn't know where New Hampshire was.
Good Chinese food, though.
Yeah. Beth didn't even know where New Hampshire was at that point.
I don't know where any of that shit is, babe. I'm like, where what did I ask you today? Where's Maine? He was like, are you seriously asking me where Maine is? I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's what just came out of my mouth. It's over here somewhere, right? And you're like, that one right there. I go, oh, that little baby one. How am I supposed to know that's fucking Maine? It's so small. They have to put the wine and say Maine.
It's not. It's actually one of the bigger states in New England. That's the worst part. I was born there, just in case you need to know.
You tell me that every time we go to New Hampshire.
Just in case.
Portland. I was born right here in Portland.
So I double dog dare you to make me work from the office.
Back to the office.
This is a funny one. So Beth's got this one. It's kind of interesting.
Okay. Let me find the article here real quick. Sorry. So a survey reveals that 1 in 3 Americans or employees working from home say they will quit if asked to return to the office.
Would you quit? You're not going to quit. You like going. You're a people person.
39% of respondents said that they would take a pay cut if it meant staying home. No, not going to do that either.
No, definitely not losing my money.
Nope.
I mean, all it comes down to is an extra 2 hours a day. You're going to be driving in the fucking car.
Not even 2 hours for us.
It's kind of sometimes.
It's like maybe it's an hour and 15 max.
Hour and a half.
Depends on when you go home too, and you go in.
Yeah.
For me, it was 25 minutes in. 25 minutes in, maybe.
That's right, because you went in early.
25 to 35 max.
Yeah.
And then I also got out at 4:30, so it was like another 30 minutes to get to the gym.
Okay, so an hour.
So
that's not terrible.
It's not anything horrible. According to the survey, which polled 2,000 Americans, 39% would take pay cuts. They also, the survey also found that nearly half of those polled started a new job within the past year, and 55% are currently working remotely and have never gone into an office since they've been hired in this new job.
How many percent? 35%? Mm-hmm. Dude, I think that's fucking awesome.
So hold on. Survey also found that nearly half of those polled, so of the 39%, according to a survey done by Wisetail, a good portion of the Americans are hoping to continue working from the comfort of their home.
Yeah.
2,000 Americans, 39% of the response would rather take a pay cut than return to the office. Yep. The survey also found that nearly half of those polled, so 1,000 people, had started a new job within the past year.
So they started working from home.
They started working with a new company and working from home from the onset.
So that means that company set up the infrastructure to work from home.
Our company is one of them.
No, we moved 30,000.
But everybody they've hired and everybody they're hiring now, and they've never set foot in the office and they won't.
Well, I had people that I work with that are in like Seattle and San Francisco.
They've never stepped in foot either.
That they were planning on moving down here.
Why? Not anymore.
Well, no, that was part of the job. You're going to move.
Well, and I have a friend that's and now
she's somewhere
in the Central America, and
Central America.
What
Central
do you call
United States?
Yeah, what do you call the
Midwest?
Thank you, the Midwest. She lives somewhere in the Midwest.
Like she's in Panama.
She's never worked at the office. She's never planned to work at the office.
No, so
she's a permanent work at home from the moment she
senior
started.
Executive that I work with, there's no plans for him to move here either.
Yeah, you don't.
And that's fine. That's what really pressure tested the system that
we didn't have a choice.
Is that dead? Right.
Well, because you've said before, you've read articles where businesses are losing money because they can't rent out their buildings anymore because companies are like, we don't need a building anymore.
New York City, it's gonna fucking die. Chicago is gonna die. Those big city infrastructures. Why would I pay for that when you and I can get a tax write-off for an office up front?
Can we? We don't know that yet.
We're working from home and we pay for our own internet. We pay for our own systems. We pay for our own shit. Why wouldn't we? I don't know. We're going to find out this year because we got an accountant.
We got a professional.
Yep.
So I thought it was interesting. I don't want to go back to the office permanently.
No, but being able to roll up and hang out with some friends for lunch or something, or whatever.
Have a different scenery one day a week or once every other week or something.
It was interesting because even
to Starbucks or go get some steps in.
Before all this,
my step count has plummeted since I started working at home.
Remember all this shit happened? Like our company, we work for a very big building. We work at a very big building. Yes. They were putting in like smaller cubicles and like
They were going to have so
they ran out of like private office spaces.
Right, but it was going to be like a shared.
And that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was doing shared desks.
You didn't have a permanent spot.
Everything was in your backpack.
And then they had places. I know I said speak because it was a spot and seat.
Yep.
They had places for you to be able to store your bag.
Right.
Right?
No, I mean, you had like a little locker. But on top of that, they had to create like little cubicles. All that shit's got to go. Right? Because you're not going to want to be locked in a little glass box with somebody.
Oh, no. I still think they're going to stay.
I don't know.
I think they'll stay.
It'll be interesting.
They just maybe only one person at a time allowed in it, and you have to.
What would you guys do? I mean, like, put it in the comments. Like, once I stream this shit, just put it on the comments. I'd be curious to know.
I hated it, and I couldn't wait to go back. And now I've done a 180, and I love it. I don't want to say, I love it in the set. There's no commute. I can wake up 15, 20 minutes. Actually, I wake up about. What do I wake up? I wake up about 30 minutes before I log on so that I can let the dogs out. And and I would have to be getting up at 6 a.m. and making sure my clothes are clean and my jeans aren't torn.
Not clean, like pressed or whatever.
Clean.
Well, you have dirty. You wear a lot of dirty clothes.
Well, the t-shirt today, for some reason, had an odd stain on it that I think it's from the dryer sheet. I didn't change it. I was like, fuck it.
Put a little.
No, I'm not going to be on camera. I'm not going to be on camera.
Honey.
I'm not. So I was like, all right.
So then you didn't do your hair. You didn't brush your teeth.
I brushed my hair and I brushed my teeth. Come on now. I took a shower last night. I'm still clean.
You positive?
I just don't fret now, and I don't have to worry about, does this go with this?
It's interesting, right? You just have those different. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I think the next 6 months is really going to start to prove itself out and see what happens, right? Yeah. So, I don't know. Where are you guys at? It's kind of an interesting thing. We got a fun food corner here.
Food corner. Pizza. I'm starving.
I got to bring this up. I got to bring up my notes.
Did you send me this? No?
No, I did because there's no picture on this.
Okay.
But, so, this is pizza. This is a pizza story. If you don't know Beth is a pizza connoisseur. She could eat pizza. She is like Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports. Could eat pizza every single day, rate them all. And then that's what she would do.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah. So according to the press release from Hormel Foods, I don't know why they did this, but Americans are more than twice as likely to choose pepperoni over other popular options like sausage.
Yep.
That is specifically.
I've branched out a little bit, but I am a pepperoni. You're
very specifically a pepperoni girl.
I have recently started liking the meat lover stuff.
Yeah, but that's still you go back to
first choice is pepper. Like I will get both, and
like we do. Yeah, and that's normally because I'm like I want something different. Pepperoni because it's kind of boring. The survey, which is commissioned by Hormel and conducted online by the Harris poll, had polled 2,000. Why is it always 2,000 adults? I don't know. 2,000 adults, and I've got 2,000 2,000 adults in the U.S. about their pizza preferences. Of 80% of the respondents said that pepperoni goes with pizza like peanut butter and
goes
jelly.
With jelly. Mm-hmm.
Anchovies, artichokes, and eggplants are completely out.
No, negative.
Which is, again, I'm going to make fun of my neighbor, Ian. Because they made some homemade boboli pizzas with eggplants on them or artichokes. And I was like, that is the fucking weirdest, dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Have, though, gotten... They had one in Colorado that we got from that pizza place we love that was arugula and
but that was more of like
prosciutto.
A thing. No, yeah, that was more of like a thin crust Neapolitan. That was more of a fancy,
kind of
thing.
It was exactly Neapolitan. Yeah. So we
did
have a veggie on that. We had some arugula.
No, I'm not saying I won't do veggies. I'll do all sorts of veggies.
I won't do veggies. Negative goes I ain't doing
fucking anchovies though.
No.
Favorite pizza place? Where?
So Grimaldi's.
Well, I mean, that's like a chain.
Oh, well, that's what I got for you.
Place.
Humble Pie. I really like Humble Pie.
Humble Pie in Phoenix.
We don't have those here.
We don't have.
I want to go try that one in Bernie. That's over by the original barbecue place.
Okay.
We liked that place dough, but there isn't one near us. We should still go sometime. Just drive out highway.
Kind of lacking.
It's more our area is lacking. Because it's so new and it's not as populated.
It's not new. This place has been here 200 years.
Not like this. I'm hoping that maybe... So there's that Pizza and Buds or whatever, Brew and Pizza or whatever that's off of... I always see it on the access road that I'm like, we need to try that fucking pizza joint.
We'll try it out.
So there's tons of places that we could probably still try. What's funny is that you bring this up because this week, Domino's brought back their... New York style pizza crust, and I really liked their New York style pizza crust.
It's fucking Domino's. That's the problem.
It's still better than
that's one of the problems here. Is we go to
everywhere is there's their chains: Papa John's, Domino's, Pizza Hut, Hungry Howie's. I'm forgetting the one that's over by the Walmart.
Some shitty place.
Yeah, it's good. I just
don't care for it.
I go to Papa John's. I go to Papa John's. I go to Papa John's when we deliver pizza because I get points. But we're gonna get.
Have we gotten a free pizza ever? What are those points adding?
I have some points. I'm just, me with fucking points. I wait till they're like ginormous. I'm like, I want 3 free meals. But we are the next time we order pizza, Domino's New York style crust. I'm so hungry and I want pizza right now.
We eat dinner after the show, by the way. So, what are we eating tonight? We're eating some sort of...
You bought some barbecue shit that we...
Microwave, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Throw on a bun.
Don't eat well after this show is basically what... We were doing pot pies because it was winter time.
This is still better than pot pies, though.
Right. Lower calories. Lower sodium. Burger King. This is a food segment, I'm telling you.
This is.
Burger King.
So you guys probably have heard that on Monday...
The tweet...
Burger King tweeted that women belong in the kitchen, and they left it there, right?
For like 1 minute.
Well, in this world, that's all you need.
That's all you need.
To get your ass tore up.
I literally yelled over the rail.
You came over, you're
right
like,
over there, and I said,
listen to this.
Check this shit out. Burger King tweeted.
Burger King in the UK.
Burger King UK tweeted, women belong in the kitchen.
So here's what they really meant.
Yeah, you got to go and you got to look. You got to read the next. Literally, and they should have
probably done that. I know, but they should have put them together. Maybe spaced them out a little bit.
But I think what they did is to drive.
No, absolutely. I mean, they're being talked about now.
You guys, if you go back,
bad press is better than no press. Bad press is bad press is better than no press, and so. They did it to kind of spark conversations because what they really meant was women belong in the kitchen tweet meant to critique or criticize the male-dominated cooking industry. Right. They probably should have started with that. But so many people have given them a heart. It's hilarious.
Their updates.
Yep. But so people have come with their special tweets. That's right? Tweets.
Tweeters. Tweet.
Burger King, like one of them was like the royal families this week are having a hard time or getting criticized to include Burger King. Somebody said something like there's some slogan they have that they like ended it with in the trash. You know what, people?
So it does come down to exactly how I reacted to it. It was like, holy shit, did they say that?
Who's this stupid?
So in the US, it posted here at like 2:00 in the morning. And I was like, that motherfucker was up drunk tweeting. And
no, because it was morning time where they're at in the UK.
I know, but I wasn't thinking that. I was like, if it shows up at 2 a.m. on ours, I'm like, even if it's 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Yeah, they did say, they tried to rationalize it but they did it within a minute. Like women should be in the kitchen just like everybody else because only 20% of all that whole thing. Mm-hmm. So as of 2 days ago, Burger King UK says, we hear you. We got the initial tweet wrong. We're sorry. Our aim was to draw attention to the fact that only 20%.
I just read that.
Sorry.
It's okay. But here's what's funny because you missed it. KFC even tweeted.
Looking that up. Sorry,
here, I'll show you the tweet. Can you turn this on real quick?
Yeah.
This is the tweet.
About that.
This is the tweet. You just weren't listening. You were pumped up. It's all right.
No, I was trying to. It worked.
So this is the tweet that KFC put out there. Best time to delete this post was immediately
after the
post. Yeah, that's Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders. But it was funny because then KFC came back and said, and they were trying still really hard. And they said, why would we delete a tweet that's drawing attention to a huge lack of female representation in our industry? Okay, makes sense. But like some of the people that were tweeting hit it spot on. Guy was like, all this talk about Burger King is making me fucking hungry and I want to go find the nearest Burger King. What did I say to you?
What were we talking about earlier? I was like, when was the last time we talked about?
When was the last time we had Burger King? I was like, I don't know, but I feel like I should have it now. I mean,
I've always liked Burger King.
I haven't had a Whopper.
I like their fries.
I told you,
better
you
than
judged me because I was like, they had a delicious Italian chicken sandwich that I loved.
Which nobody even knows what it means.
I wonder if they still have it. But I mean, so now I legit want to find a Burger King. I want to have Burger King. I know where one was because in Phoenix, there was one right by the Starbucks.
I'm Yelping it right now, guys.
I don't.
You don't know what Yelp is. Go find that.
There's got to be one. You know where there's one?
Where?
In the Helotes Country Store.
Oh, it's right around the
there.
corner. Yep. We've got one within 5 minutes of the house.
Yeah.
So sorry for that. I
That's okay.
Spaced out on
you were amped. You were stoked, but I did.
Dude, this beard thing that I'm working on,
driving you nuts.
It tickles my nose, and it's gonna be here until.
Now, what I
March
will say is, I didn't give
March
the 20%. You did give the 20%, but I did share that they were critiquing or criticizing the male-dominated cooking industry. They have since. They are also now doing scholarships for women to get into the.
But I think they've done that for a long time. I think they're just philanthropically. I think they're trying to do that anyway, and I think their shitty way of trying to draw attention was just a shitty way of trying to draw attention.
Yeah, but bad press is better than no press. And when was the last time we talked about Burger King?
Dude, and I like fucking Burger King fries.
When was the last time we talked about them? But it's funny because so many people. Oh, that's what it was. So Chelsea Peretti, I don't know who she is. She's a comedian and actress from the Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which we have never watched. Tweeted in a response that Burger King belongs in a trash can.
Her comedy probably does too. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Nobody knows who we are.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think I tried to watch it once, and I was like, nope.
Andy Samberg. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. So you know what? Hey, the best social media for a fast food company comes straight out of Wendy's, though.
Wendy's or McDonald's?
Wendy's, fast food, their media, whoever is in charge of their Twitter,
spot on,
is the best person on the planet. So they will go out. I don't want to say they go after. They will just rock and roll with anybody that goes out, like tries to compete.
What do you mean?
They just go out and look up Wendy's Twitter. Or Wendy's.
I don't have Twitter.
Okay. You can Google Wendy's Twitter.
Okay.
And they are always going back for it. It's worth it.
With the industry people that
anybody.
their competition?
Yep. Somebody talks shit about them. You're like, well, you suck.
You suck it.
But they have like really. I know there was a woman that was in charge of it. I don't know if it was a woman or a younger woman or whatever.
Right.
Like, I don't want to say whatever that means.
She just
older
was...
or younger. But that person girl, whatever.
That was her main job, babe.
Was fucking awesome. So, hey, McNuggets.
So, yeah, cheating with McNuggets.
Have you ever thought about dating a vegan?
No.
What would you do if you dated a vegan and you realized, I can't live this life?
I wouldn't. I'd start off by not dating a vegan.
That's kind of how I feel about life. So, this girl...
she was dating a vegan, would sneak off to McDonald's and have chicken McNuggets. I mean,
you just gave away the whole goddamn punchline. Like that fast, right? So, this girl, women claim she was dumped because she took secret trips to McDonald's.
Well, if he dumped her just for that, he already didn't like her.
He was a vegan.
Okay.
And she tried to live that vegan lifestyle.
That was her first mistake.
Right. So
maybe
she says McNuggets aren't worth losing a relationship over. Bullshit.
Well, okay. If he broke up with her just because she ate some McNuggets, he's either a diehard vegan and a freak.
Right. So
or he already didn't like her.
I'll just read through it. A woman claims that her boyfriend broke up with her because he incorrectly believes that she was having an affair. Instead, she claims that she was sneaking out
affair?
To go to McDonald's.
Oh, he thought she was sleeping with someone. She was going to McDonald's to
eat some McNuggets.
Did she try to come clean with him?
Hang on.
Baby, I love you. I'm just cheating on with nuggets.
Her boyfriend's vegan diet didn't allow for. So the story was posted on Reddit, whatever. Her boyfriend had been a vegan and they moved in together, and he asked her to try out the diet. So everything was okay, but apparently the author of the story said she started getting cravings for some very specific meat products. I would literally have dreams where I'm surrounded by chicken nuggets.
I don't doubt it.
You're not going to be surrounded by I'm like,
no, you know why?
Steakums.
Because I eat chicken nuggets. I eat meat. I don't dream about meat because I actually get to enjoy it.
No, I'm sorry. Chicken nugs aren't quite.
I like chicken nuggets.
Thing. No, it's fine. But go back and watch some.
Not going to watch it. Nope.
So I would watch Matt. I don't know who the hell this guy is. Anyway, so at least twice a week, I would sneak out of the house and say I'm going to the supermarket or running errands. And then I go to McDonald's and eat a bunch of nuggets or a McChicken. I would then quickly go to the grocery store and buy, in this news article, buy random shit we don't even need. So he thinks I was just really at the supermarket.
What? She just needed to big girl up and be like, I'm not doing it, dude. I tried it. I hate it. I'm eating meat.
You go through the story, and that's what some people are like, oh, no, she was just completely, and these are probably your vegan, like.
Oh, yeah.
The people
judges.
that are just like.
The vegan judges.
Yeah. Like.
I don't eat anything
hey,
that's
you
ever
can
had
be
a face
vegan.
on
We've
it.
got some really good vegan friends and shit like
They're
that.
They're just not judgy about it.
They don't give a shit.
They don't judge us for wanting to be carnivores.
I will eat a steak. If you ever said, hey, you want to move in with me? I will literally put a steak on a grill, and I will eat that bitch all 18 ounces in front of you.
I like meat. Why would you do that?
No, if you wanted to go vegan.
Oh, no.
And I'll cook you your bag of rice in the microwave.
And soy. My soy nuggets.
Your soy nuggets. Your soy chicken nuggets. I don't know. I thought it was funny as shit. I was like, is it worth? So she should
have just said no.
But he broke up with her. She realizes, oh, I probably should have said something.
So what she needs to realize is she needs to like make better life choices.
She should have stopped being a dumbass and just been like, I ain't moving in with you.
No, or I'll move in with you, but I'm gonna eat meat. We're gonna have two. You're gonna make your dinner.
That chick is gonna end up with. She's gonna end up like, running a goddamn like barbecue store or something. Shit like that. She's like, I went through it for like 4 months. I couldn't deal with it.
She'll be the spokesperson of a local barbecue. Like, don't be dumb like I was. Come eat our meat.
Get that handful of meat.
Come grab it. Come grab my meat.
See? Leave it to Beth. Do with the sign.
So I know I've seen this somewhere before, and I can't remember if we talked about it or if I just came across it. But
so I think a lot of people have probably seen this on like social media.
Right.
Can you share like a couple pictures or something like that? So do with the sign. It's kind of a funny thing. It's like memes or whatever that have always.
He's like a billboard meme without being a meme. So here's the first one. It says, well, you know what? Let me.
Everybody recognize it. Like you will recognize this guy. Go to the. Yeah, there you go.
Oops. Where'd he go?
Not that.
Nope. Hold on.
Beth's getting it under control.
Do with the sign. I don't know why it disappeared, and then so.
Let me know it's.
Hold on. Let me see if it's not letting me. Okay, I'll just hold it. All right. So His latest one was
bring it up. There you go.
Celebrate women every day. So women every day. He had the ones that you've probably seen is
Talking to your mic. Sorry, honey.
a condom is just a mask for your penis was one of them while wearing a mask. So here.
Yeah.
It's true. And he's got the thing of condoms. Normalize Zoom calls with the camera off. Amen, brother.
I had to do that today, not because of any other reason than my computer was shitting out.
So he literally has a whole website, a whole Instagram page of just his pictures of his sign.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. He is being commercialized now. Like companies have decided to sign him to do their advertising for them.
It's awesome.
So I don't know if if he'll still be making his own signs, if they'll be giving him a sign.
Because that's the thing about him doing his thing. It's like au naturel, right?
I know, but he'll probably have to clear it with them. Like, hey, I'm thinking about this.
I mean, because if he
statement.
just starts throwing up like, hey, eat chicken nuggets at fucking McDonald's, you're like, well, now you're just a complete sellout.
Cheat on your
douchebag.
boyfriend with McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Right, that's just lame. Everybody's on to
that would be
joke.
funny, actually.
So he's gonna have to figure out the joke behind it because that's the important part, right? Because again, I don't give a shit about old worn out jokes.
No, but I thought it was kind of
Social
cool that
media
he
kills
started
all that.
doing this. And I think where I read is he started doing this with the pandemic to give people something to laugh at.
Did he?
I don't know.
I think that dude's been around for a long time.
I cannot confirm nor
There's
deny
one
that.
that's it's veteran with a sign as well. You can go out and check him out on Instagram. It's literally veteran with a sign. It's kind of a funny one. And does similar shit. And I don't know. That guy had how much?
Well, he can't be doing it that because he said that his original sign that took him virtual was one that said Seinfeld is way better than Friends in front of a Friends billboard, which that is a lie, by the way. And at that moment, he gained 4 million followers in 4 months, and he's currently at 5 million followers on his Instagram page.
So he just hit like, yeah, which is great.
So his name is Seth Phillips, and he initially made his protest for his personal Instagram, but he quickly made a brand out of it when he began going viral. He has since grown into a living meme and has real fans as well as virtual ones.
Cool.
I'm trying to see if it tells me who the companies are that he's signed. He has partnered with companies like Old Spice to promote its product.
Okay.
So that's one. I know he's been on the Ellen DeGeneres show to talk about it.
Ellen DeGenerate. Did you say the degenerate?
I said degenerate. Ellen DeGeneres. Thank you. So he's got, and I saw one, and I saw in one of the articles, I think he's even signed up with like a cellular company that now they're paying him for this.
Goddamn
so,
right. You might as well. If he found like this little niche of shit, hell yeah, that's awesome. Hey, reminder, just kind of go out, check out the YouTube page, on the Bars Open with Beth and Greg. Give us a like and subscribe if you don't mind. Check it out. Also, you can go out, check us out on Facebook, which we will be live streaming to.
Dual live stream to
Facebook and YouTube
as soon as the internet is fixed.
The internet's fixed. And then you can check us out on Instagram, of course. And then also Spotify, iTunes, and Podbean.
Podbean.
Yeah. So you can check us out just to get the streaming content out there. So, hey, Smiley Snake. I thought this one was really cool. This is an interesting one.
You won't be able to hear the audio, but
it's okay. You can tell the story behind it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This guy has been trying to breed
smiley face
specific patterns into snakes.
How do you do that?
Probably, I don't know if it's you get a certain marking with a certain marking, and maybe they combine and come up with a certain marking. He was not trying to make this particular one. Hold on.
You know, that's called a GMO.
What?
Genetically modified organism.
I know that there's no GMOs in Triscuits.
Sure, there aren't.
It's the commercial. So here, you have it on?
Yep, it's on.
Okay. So
see, it's pretty cool. I thought it was a pumpkin. I didn't know what the hell it was.
I mean, it could be, but it's all over him. It's not just one.
Isn't that crazy? And that's on a fucking
at least
snake.
3, and this is the guy who is the
JK something or other.
This snake sold for 60 times more than this snake normally sells.
How much is it worth?
He sold it for $6,000.
I was expecting more than that.
Babe, these snakes probably only go for a couple hundred.
No, I was expecting like 60,000 or something.
No, he's not.
Those things will last for like 100 years.
Oh, wait, stop.
Jesus.
No, I guess we could have kept going on.
It's all right. It's okay. No, you're good.
So yeah, I mean, it was kind of cool. I just saw it and I thought, oh, look, smiley faces. And he's white.
I think it's cool shit.
It's white and
because
orange.
it's an
really
albino.
Cool. I am not
almost.
a snake person, and for me to like that,
I had a snake when I was a kid with my girlfriend back in the day.
Nope.
And it bit me on. Did it bit me or her on the finger? I don't know.
Bit one of you on the finger.
But anyway, it was a cool little.
I had a friend
rosy boa.
that him, his brother, and another guy all lived together, and they all had snakes. And one day, me and Leanne were over there studying. We all three had a class together. We were studying. He was like, "Oh, hey, just FYI, our snake got loose. So if you see him, tell us."
The fuck, I'm gonna burn the house down. Probably.
I took off. I was like, "I'm fuck out. I'm fuck out. You want to study? You come to my house. I am not sitting." They found it. It went through the walls. The girls next door, all of a sudden, they hear screaming, and they killed it. They cut its head off with a knife.
Fuck yeah, you got a goddamn. Yeah. No, so I had some good friends that had like gigantic ones, like 10 footers. Like they built big pens and shit in their bedrooms and all this crazy shit. It's Hampton Beach, New Hampshire, circa 1993, right?
I had a friend. I didn't have a friend. Jamie
back then
had a friend
people were
that
doing
turned their
crazy
closet
shit.
into.
That's exactly the kind of thing.
Turned their closet into
They
like
just-
basically an aquarium.
They're renting
An atrium.
a house.
An atrium, right?
or-
Is that what it is?
You remember the
Atrium?
houses down at the beach?
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of houses, but they're almost like 3-story kind of condos or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Build out and like take half their bedroom up and build a fucking snake cage.
That's crazy.
Fucking insane.
I don't like anything that much.
Nope. Yeah. I don't mind. Hey, I'm not sleeping with that bitch next to me. Motherfucker's 10 feet long.
No.
Pass.
They had a baby. They had a small baby, and he was a big snake. And I was like, that snake's gonna eat that baby. You watch.
No, these things were fucking
No,
like that.
that's why I said. I was like, that snake's gonna eat
No
that baby.
anaconda
And they
on
also
my
had
ass.
They also
Sorry,
had a
kids.
chihuahua. And I was like, if that snake gets out, your kid and your chihuahua.
They also had a dog that they had.
Bye-bye.
They had this giant Newfoundland.
Oh, it can't be.
Newfoundland or whatever. Newfoundland. His name was Odie.
Big white dog.
It was a black one. Big.
That's a Great Pyrenees.
No, he was all
No,
black.
you know what? Great Pyrenees are white.
This dog was all
Newfoundland
black.
are black.
And
You're
he was
right.
gigantic.
And they have webbed paws.
Rah, 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 rah.
And they are
He chased
used
after me
for
and scared the shit out of
water
me.
rescues.
Yep, I know.
Have
Thank
you ever
for that.
seen them when they jump off the helicopter? They jump like 5 feet into the water to rescue people.
No,
Kinda cool.
I haven't seen that, but I think that would be cool to share. Hey, shoe fly, because we're
what?
going on an hour and a half.
I know we got to hurry. Because I'm also
We're on an hour and 12 minutes.
We're
We're
so
good. We're good.
also kind of cool is here.
I got
don't turn it on yet.
Shit to talk.
Don't turn it on yet. Want to make sure
Shoe
there's not.
fly. Wait, what?
So they are now making insect-sized drones.
Mhm.
They are the size of bees.
Oh, that's fucking rad.
Yes.
That's awesome. I want to do that. Can you fly them with like your iPhone and stuff, or what?
I don't know, and I don't think we can fly them because we probably can't afford
Probably
them.
military grade.
But
right?
let's
I
see.
imagine.
Here's a
Hey,
video.
my hand's swollen too.
Here's
I think
video.
it's 'cause-
Ready?
Oh, yep. It's coming up. There you go.
So and they are built to sustain.
Those are still wired.
They're just holding it down, but there's going to be,
Oh, so holding it down.
huh?
That's awesome.
But they're also built to sustain impact. So if they're running into each other, I hope this is the one where it shows it. It shows the wings going slow-mo.
Yeah.
Let's see
Cool
if it does
shit.
it. But they're going to be
actuator.
used for, see them?
Dude, that's like a butterfly.
Now they go
like a beef
500 flaps
per second
per second. I don't even understand how you can go 500 flaps.
because they're
A second.
tiny,
Look.
tiny. Yeah, that's awesome.
And they're going to be used for, like you're going to be able to use them when you do like home inspections and you can't get into small areas. They're going to be able to be used for like looking in small like tunnels and stuff if kids fall
Welcome
down.
to 2020.
21.
What? No, probably 2023.
Probably, but I just thought it was really cool.
And welcome to No More Privacy. Because those bitches. Okay, so
See
you
how
guys.
that one just took a hit and it's fine.
Hey, so you go up and look in your
Oh, check that shit out.
and
It
I'm looking
flipped.
directly at the camera because go look in your attic, and if you don't have cage around that, those bitches can fly right down into your attic.
See, it's the,
Or
the
not in
size.
your attic, into your fireplace.
That's the size.
Yep, it's a black bee.
So I thought it was cool.
Godspeed.
I just
Good
wanted to
luck. We're all losing our privacy as we speak.
We've already lost our privacy, honey. just going to keep going. All right. So talk to me about some entertainment.
Reading's fun, but listening to somebody read to you is way better.
I can't. I tried. Like one of the books I'm thinking about downloading that was like, try the Audible for free.
You get off of the porn addiction of softcore, whatever the fuck you read. What do you read? What are those books called?
Romance novels.
Yeah. A good Christian woman like you shouldn't be listening to those things.
Novels. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Oh, you sure?
Yep.
Hey, you know who's behind that little mask right there? We'll uncover him maybe for our 100th episode just to give you guys a
look-see.
If it's been a while and you haven't seen him, but no, it's what really comes down to is I'm going through a book club kind of thing with my team at the office, right?
Right.
We're trying to figure out different books to read, and I don't have time to read a book, honestly. But I can listen to a book while I work,
right, or
while I do other things. And so you do the Audible thing, you get like the 1 credit a month. You can do those sorts of things. But if you got a tight pocketbook, or you're just like, hey, I can't afford it, check out your local.
Well, you only get that one. So if you go through more than one book a month, you have to pay for the other one. So it's really not worth it to go through the Audible.
Yeah. So and you can go through an Audible and like library. It's 12 hours. And then I was listening to the book at 1.25 speed, a little bit faster than normal. So it was going through like a 10-hour book. That doesn't work for me because I have to pay attention to whatever I've been rewinding.
Right.
And I'll go through kind of a couple benefits that I've figured out in the past few weeks. So there's an app called, it's like an Audible app, but it's an app called Libby. And like, at least that's the one I hear in
Libby. That used
Libby.
Used to be a fruit company.
I don't know. But you can find that and you can download it. You go to your local library, their website. You look up their Audible collections. So they're literally their audio collections of the books. And there's tons of them, And there's like super new ones. Like
some people swear by it.
Like Matthew McConaughey.
You swear by it. A couple people on his Facebook group that.
And I meant to talk about this like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago or something like that. But so I'm currently listening to Jack Carr's books, and he's a former Navy SEAL. It's really cool. It's really, if you like those kinds of action adventure books, it's really cool. But it's for free, and you can download or you can hold up to 20 books at a time.
Oh, wow.
You can put a hold on them, and then you can
play them and send them back.
You play them, you return them, and it's that's a lot like I do with my Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, it's just a virtual return, so it's fucking cool to shit. Plus, like the Matthew McConaughey one, it's still 4 weeks out, but it's Matthew McConaughey reading his own book to you.
So you can get on a wait list, basically.
Yeah, so I'm on a wait list for that one. It's 4 weeks out, right?
Very cool.
So it's just cool. Plus, I'm doing like ones for like work, kind of whatever, so that we have like a sort of work group. But go check that out. And by the way, the Dr. Seuss books are still available, at least on our ones, because that's a big deal. We're going to get into that.
I know.
Shit get canceled. Dumbo getting canceled. All this other shit getting canceled. So the other thing that I want to bring up is there's a new show they're bringing back. It's not a new show. It's an old show. They're bringing back. It's America's Most Wanted.
That used to be, what's his name, right?
John, what's his face? Remember the guy that had his son was abducted and murdered? So it's back. Cool thing about it, a little bit different, is they're using 3D avatars.
Okay.
Right? So they're going to be able to like 3D model people and basically to help catch the perps, right?
So they know if they're going to be able to see, if they have a picture of the perp, they're going to be able to 3D it. Interesting.
Right, 3D model them. Tattoos, scars, moles. Like, so you'll literally get like a 3D rendering of them.
You'll get like a real version of the person.
Right. So if there's, I mean, think about nowadays.
So screwed.
Think about nowadays. Like, dude, when haven't you been on a camera at some point in your life, right? Unless you're fucking living in a cave down by the river.
In Alaska with no electricity.
I'm talking about a van. I'm talking about a cave down
in Alaska with no electricity.
Yeah. So check that out. I think that'll be cool. New host Elizabeth Vargas. Viewers can see tattoos, scars, moles, or even they're walking, right? And then the last thing, this is just kind of a cute thing. Go check it out. So on Instagram, I think I was following like Tony Hawk and stuff like that on Instagram, right?
You went down a rabbit hole?
Yeah.
This cute
and there's this cute little girl. And I've been following her, I think, for like a year now. So she was like 3.
When she started skateboarding? Shut up.
2.5, I think, because she had already had like 10,000 followers, Instagrams, like posts.
Wow.
Something like that. Her name it's at Autumn Skates, right? She's 4 years old. And this little girl has like tutus and she's dropping in off like for a 4-year-old. Trust me, I grew up skateboarding. Some of that shit
Fearless.
Scary. Fearless. Dropping in off these huge, and I use this is like the drop-in motion.
Yeah.
Dropping in off these ramps and stuff like that, learning like how to do 50-50 grinds. If you know anything about skateboarding, it's this little kid, and I swear to God, she doesn't even know words at this point. But she can
she's 4 years old.
But she can skateboard. So her parents are probably like, I think they're always there, like right with her. Like
skateboarding.
She falls. She doesn't cry. She gets up and tries it again.
Huh.
You know, which is badass. So, hey.
She all padded up?
No. She's got a helmet on. And
she doesn't have knee pads? Elbow pads?
No elbow pads.
Chick needs elbow pads.
She's got like, but she's got like a puffy jacket because wherever she's from, it's cold probably. But I mean, it's just badass. Go check it out. So it's awesome. So what's your feel good, honey?
I booked today a Vegas besties trip.
Nice.
So I'm going with Steph in July.
To where?
Vegas, baby. We're going to do some pool times.
No gambling.
She was funny because she's a gambler. And she's like, I'll figure something out. I'll either get up before you and go gamble.
We don't gamble.
Late. And I said, girl, I'll play some slots. I want some free beverages. I'm not going to play a table.
The limit's $20. What was my limit last time we went? $20?
No, shut up. She's a huge craps player. So maybe I would partake of that with her. But I don't know. I don't know how to play craps. So if she could give me the rundown.
You go like this. You put money on shit. And there's craps is the worst bet on the board in Vegas.
Well, in the movies, they always win huge.
Yeah, because it's fixed. Because it's like, whatever.
Anyway, so that is my feel good. So we're going to see each other in June.
Nice.
We're going to see each other in July.
What's in July?
And the trip is in July. She's coming to San Antonio in June.
Oh, shit. Hey,
I got dates you got to take off. I got you. I'll send them to you. And then we're hopefully trying to plan a trip to Phoenix. So I'll get to see her. I haven't seen her in 2 years with all this pandemic bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'm excited that now we've got some trips lined up and it's just she and I on this trip. So it'll be a lot of fun. Some spa time, some show time, some groovy, get dressed up and go to some restaurants.
I'll send you with a gas mask. It's okay.
A gas mask? Why?
It's vague. Who knows? I don't know. Do you need to wear them?
No.
Okay.
So that's my feel good.
Good. My feel good is I'm going to Mexico without you.
Okay.
That's all I got to say about that. Today in history.
When all the boy trips I've taken and you're going to leave
trips.
me.
When do I take boy trips?
You've gone to New Hampshire a few times. You've gone to, they weren't always fun, but you have taken several trips. You did a hunting trip.
Uh-oh.
You're fixing to do another hunting trip?
When?
You guys, Brian said you guys are going hell or high water when he was here a month ago.
To the ranch an hour away?
Is it still a boys trip?
I'm going to punch you in the face.
Are you still going with your friends and taking a bunch of beer and food and being rowdy and ridiculous? Yes.
It's not fucking Vegas. If I can go hunting in Vegas.
You've been to
I'm going to take a separate trip to Vegas. And I'm going to go to that goddamn. Remember we went to where the Black Rifle place was?
Yes.
Remember where I think it was probably the first shop that we ever went to, like a Black Rifle. It was on whatever.
The original one.
Yeah. But it was, we're going to go there. I'm going to shoot $10,000 worth of out of a helicopter. I'm going to kill pigs.
You don't need to take a trip just because I take a trip. That's not how we roll.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Okay, well, hey, so tell me your today in history.
Today in history, it's Women's Month.
There, Michelle Gellar. That is a good one. I loved this show.
So, again, it's another one of those ones. Hey, I try and find something for you guys. Not for you guys. For yous.
For me's.
So, Buffy the Vampire Slayer premiered today in 1997.
That's so crazy.
Pretty badass.
Especially when you look at them now.
24 years later. I think it's pretty crazy. Yep. She's, they've talked about revitalize. I think they brought that show back with a different actress and stuff like that.
That's what they always do. They just.
But, it was amazing back then. It was a great show, and it was kind of campy and cheesy and everything.
But it was also
awesome,
like.
Right?
So angsty when you're
Yeah. So the other thing is Chuck Norris is fucking 81 years old.
81. Holy, happy birthday, Chuck Norris.
In the ass, right in the taint. So.
Shut up.
Hey, guys. Go make a fire. Do something good for somebody, even if it's going out of your way. It's kind of like what I had to do with my wife a few times this winter. It sucked. But anyway, I did it and it made her feel good. So you know what? That made me feel good on the other end. That's all that really matters. So be good to each other. Take care. Ian, come get a beer at some point.
I think I'm going to throw in there, don't sweat the small stuff for your sake. Okay. Ian, come get a beer. What?
Just carry on, lady.
Cheers, Evan Haley. Thanks to military, first responders, frontline folks for everything you do. Without you, we wouldn't be able to do any of this. So thank you very much.
100%. So thank you guys. We really do appreciate you all. So have a good night.
Love you guys.